This episode of Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by our YouTube channel. Yes, we have a growing YouTube channel. We need likes and subscribes. Go to YouTube, check out Comics for Fun and Profit. Just search Comics for Fun and Profit. Or you can go to beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit and find all our links, including our YouTube, and get there that way. Got about 600 plus of our episodes in there so far. Check them out at your leisure. We've got some playlists segmented, so all of our guest host episodes are on a playlist. All of our interview episodes by Jason are on a playlist. We're going to continue to go back in time and continue to add to those for you completists out there that want to listen to all of Comics for Fun and Profit's history, because they're gone. They're gone from Apple Podcasts. They're gone from Stitchers of the world. They have dropped off. I have them on a hard drive somewhere, and we'll get them archived onto YouTube for posterity. So when Kyle and I pass off this mortal coil, Google and YouTube ain't going nowhere. Our stuff will always be around. Please, I implore you. Even if you don't like YouTube or you don't like listening to podcasts on YouTube, I get it. But you like us, or you wouldn't be listening to this. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe. So we don't have there very many. We just started it. So we just started adding episodes. Would love your support in any way you can. Thank you.
You're listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew. They're a sneak peek at next week. Drew, I don't know what episode we're doing today. I got a little lost in the sauce.
I don't think I told you either.
We did 9:28, and
it's
my power went out. What happened in between all that? 9:33 for comics originally coming out on, I lost that as well because I was looking for dates, August the 20th and August the 21st. But pretty much we're just going to say August the 21st. I'm going to get used to saying that. Just Wednesday. I just want to talk about Wednesday. But before we get into what's coming out this coming Wednesday, Drew, what's going on in the world of comic books?
Well, let's see. Have I read anything decent? Yeah, I mean, everything's pretty good. Everything I've been reading is pretty darn good.
There you go.
But I've been heavy into the big two stuff, trying to stay current and catch up with all the events and things, and
as we slowly will Image to become relevant again.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been some good stuff that's come out, and I used to be able to easily read 3 or 4 comics a night before off to Dreamland. And now that I'm working myself to the bone and putting in 50, 60 hours a week, I just get home and I'm just one comic.
Drew
sometimes
sleepy.
Sometimes I fall asleep halfway through one, so I don't really get to put in my comic time the way I want to, which is a bummer.
I'm inadvertently dropping a tablet on your head.
Yeah, so I need to maybe start going to bed at 8 maybe, so I can get more comics read. I don't know if I'd fly with the fam. We'll see. How about you? You read anything decent lately or watching anything?
Took a vacation, but been doing a lot of outside projects, building the deck.
That's right.
Cleaning
You
up
built
some
a
stuff.
new deck.
Yeah.
Kyle has big deck energy.
Big deck, absolutely. It was a good time. So got that all done. Been working on a lot of stuff around the house and just watching a few little shows here and there. But I've also fallen asleep pretty early myself. So we're getting into some fall weather. Should be some good reading times, hopefully. And
we missed your birthday.
Yes,
I don't think we recorded when it was your birthday.
We did. I just didn't say anything.
Did we not recognize your birthday on air?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm 43. We don't need to recognize birthdays. We did.
We don't need to sing to you or anything. Well,
that
congratulations on another trip around the sun, brother.
Exceptional. Each one more precious than the last. So here's hoping to 43 is better than 42.
Yes. Yeah. Nowhere to go but up.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
All right. Let's hot 10 this bad boy.
Hot 10. Let's go on over to our good friends at CBSIComicbookinvest.com. They curate us a really cool little top 10 list of secondary market items so we can see what all the scuttlebutts buy and what's popping off. And we start.
Number one's for you.
Yeah, baby. Transformers 11, the one per store, James Herron Ultra Magnus cover. A surprise one per store thank you book tops the list with an Ultra Mega homage cover done by the original Ultra Mega artist, James Herron. We really like this cover personally, but it was expensive even before shops opened on Wednesday, going for $100 even before its release. Since the price has eased down to an average of $85 on more than 20 sales, but that's still a big time.
What is an Ultra Magnus?
That's that character, I believe.
It looks a little bit like Optimus Prime, but it's not.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Very cool.
I gotta catch back up with all my Transformers that I don't know.
Well, it has been what 20 years since you 25
yeah.
years since you watched it, so
unless you're counting the live actions.
Yeah, that does not count.
That's exactly right. When you make Jazz a Porsche, or not a Porsche, but a Pontiac Solstice, you lose me a bit.
You're out.
At rank 2, we have the Power Fantasy #1, another one per store image book this time. Karen Gillan writing, Caspar Wingard on art. Yet another one per store on the top of the list, but this one took a different path to the top. Some confusion last week regarding which was cover A and which was a secret cover, as well as which was the one per store. This cover was only $10 to $20 last week, but then once the dust settled and the covers were sorted, this rose to $85 on average. At a near high of $120.
Well, how would you not know which the one per store was because you'd only have one of them? Wouldn't that be obvious?
I would think, yeah. And I would think the UPC would show you some things as well.
Yeah.
At rank 3, we have Daredevil 11. Hopping back onto the list after some D23 trailer sneak peeks at Daredevil Born Again, it looks like Muse is indeed on the way. His accepted first appearance is doing very well again, averaging $50 on more than 30 sales, with CGC 9.8 reaching $215.
Remind D23 is Disney?
Yep.
That's a Disney thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
It's kind of Disney's slate of things to come. At rank 4, we have Werewolf by Night #1, the 1 in 50 Jeff DeCall. In a strange week, this high ratio incentive hits at number 4 as volumes have remained high on the usual suspects of Doom, Hulk, and Deadpool books. But prices on those have either held or even dipped a bit, which leaves the door open for a new release that just came out strong. This 1 in 50 DeCall cover is pretty, though we prefer the Raza cover, and is averaging $85 on a dozen sales with a high of $112.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah, not too shabby. Uncanny X-Men #1, the Jim Lee 1 in 50, hanging on the list with our 4th book averaging $85 this week. This was a decent bump up from the $70 price tag last week, as are the more than 50 sales on this cover. Decent bumps in both price and volume keep this in the top 5, but it was pushed down the list by some of the new bloods. Lots of these still out there, but has the ceiling been reached? Because I imagine hitting 50 of the Uncanny X-Men #1 was not difficult, because it was probably a heavy ordered book.
That was probably a heavy ordered book. Yeah, you're right.
At rank 6, we have Daredevil 183. We shouldn't be surprised by the return of the Punisher to the MCU, but his appearance in the Daredevil trailer has triggered renewed interest in this classic meetup. About 30 sales this week, with prices mostly in the $20 to $30 for decent grades, while low grades can be scooped up for super cheap. This is not a hard book to find, so grade will definitely influence the price, as CGC 9.8 hit $183.
Yeah, I think I've seen this in dollar bins.
No. That's crazy.
I think so.
Yeah. At rank 7, we have Daredevil 14. Following his first appearance in issue 11, this cover appearance is sometimes packaged together from Muse. But on its own, this is also a $30 book these days, on more than 20 sales with a CGC 9.8 at $101.
First cover, man. It's the first cover.
Yep. Uncanny X-Men 251, Chris Claremont and Mark Silvestri. Hanging on the list again, this cover just keeps moving. Volume still exceeding 120 sales, but it's still slowly creeping up in price, which is why it's back on the list. While maintaining high volumes, the $50 to $60 average sale of last week has crept up to $65 this week, with a standout CGC 9.8 sale at $675. That was double signed by the writer and cover artist.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. At rank 9, we have Power Fantasy #1, Secret Variant. Easy to mistake the cover A. The Secret Variant has made this a popular title the past week, averaging $18 and more than 30 sales. That may also find his hitting $30. Very similar looks to the cover A, though. The main image is the same on both the Secret and the cover A, while cover A has the trade dress in the box, while the Secret has a more open white area at top of the cover.
Well, that's
Sounds
stupid.
Like we getting ripped off. I hate that.
That's ridiculous. You know what? Yeah. Forget that. That's dumb.
You know what? I'm not even buying the Secret cover
then. Yeah. That makes me angry.
At rank 10, we have Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 9. George Perez cover here. Another quick appearance of the Daredevil trailer has sparked interest back in this book for the White Tiger. While his actual first is in a magazine, many have conceded to looking for this first comic format appearance, as it is a bit more affordable. Only one sale last week before D23, and since copies from low to high grade have been moving to the tune of an average of $20, again, condition will dictate prices. Low grades are only a few bucks, while high grades are hitting almost 40.
So, did we decide we give first appearances to magazines?
No, I don't think we do.
I didn't think we did, but it sounds like somebody has.
Notable sales, we have Star Wars #1, one of the 35 centers, a grail for many as Star Wars collectors. The 35-cent price variant has had some extreme highs in the past. In fact, this CGC 9.4 had a sale of $40,800, when that's actually down about $10,000 from the last sale back in 2023, when one sold for $50,000.
So what does our prices say on it? The ones we have.
I'm not sure. Probably
were they 30 centers?
I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to do some research. However, the record shows that this particular copy that sold for $40,000 also sold back in 2017 for $13,000. So that's going to return on investment following the certification number.
Wow.
So yeah, 7 years, an extra $27,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good markup.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to dig mine out to see what my price price.
Yeah, what if they went up? It's either up to 40 or down to 30, maybe. I don't know.
Something like that. Another notable sale, All Top Comics 16, a Matt Baker cover. Another seemingly interesting run around. This appears like a loss. We have this classic Rula cover by Matt Baker that sold in a CGC 6.0 for $3,600 this week. This exact copy sold back in June for $39.60. While not much of a dip, it is interesting to see the quick turnaround on this book. Did the seller need to move the book for the money, or did they think they got a deal in June and hope to set a new high watermark? Either way, a very interesting sale. So this one we actually get a loss on a product.
So they
piquing our interest.
So bought it. Wife found out. Got the credit card statement. What the fuck is this? And then it's either me or the comic, and he's still married.
There you go. Absolutely. It's funny. All right, Drew, we've looked at some of our top 10s. Now I want to see what's happened in November. So we're going to peer into the future with this little DC Connect here as we start a thing called The Watchtower Rises Justice League Unlimited as we crack this beast open. Scroll down a few. You know, we're still all in, of course, in on DC, it says. Yeah. And we start with Justice League Unlimited #1. This is a Mark Waid written story. My boy, Dan Mora, on art and cover. We have variants by Jim Lee, Andy Kubert, Howard Porter, Ed Bennis, and Simone Bianchi, as well as Yasmin Putri and many others on this. This is a $4.32 page Watchtower Rises. I like the way Dan Mora draws the Justice League.
Yes. Yeah, this is really cool. I can't trying to think when last time I read a Justice League book. It's probably time for me to dip my toe back in. This is a good option, you know.
Yeah.
Mark Waid, Dan Mora.
This Edwin Galmon 1 in 50 that looks like it's the wraparound almost. That's some good looking art. Interiors look good.
The interiors are great.
Of course, it's Dan Moore. Of course,
it's Dan Moore. Yeah, who we kidding? Of course, it's going to be fantastic. How much did you say it was? You said just a $4
book. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go all in.
No reason not to.
For sure.
We talked last month about Absolute Batman, which was, of course, Scott Snyder with Nick Dragotta on it. And here we have issue number 2 of it continuing to come out. So more neat stuff for that. It's Batman versus Alfred Pennyworth. Wahaha.
What?
Yeah. And now we're starting a new series, Drew. The wait is over. Absolute Superman begins in November. Why is this a big deal, Drew? Because it's Jason Aaron writing Superman. Rafa Sandoval on art. We've got, of course, more Jim Lee's, Clayton Crane's, Mateo Scalera's, Wes Craig, Jim Lee covers. Very neat here. Without the fortress, without the family, without a home, what's left is the Absolute Man of Steel. Absolute Superman number 1.
I'm less enthused about this.
Even though it's Jason Aaron?
Even if it's Jason Aaron. I mean, I'll probably dip my toe and check it out, but I mean, he's had his hands in a couple of things lately that have just been boring. So we'll see.
Fingers crossed for the Jason Aaron of old.
Yeah.
Absolute Wonder Woman has its second issue. Kelly Thompson, Hayden Sherman on that one. We talked about that last month.
That's a sword, dude.
Yeah, it's a buster. She's going on Cloud Strife on us.
Nice.
Detective Comics is up to 1091. Of course, Tom Taylor there on that. Mikael Eonin on art. McFarlane Toys variants are striking this week again during this cycle.
I love those.
Yeah. Batman 155, Zdarsky's run with Jorge Fornes on Batman.
Good too.
Double shift. Yep. Riddler's plan is revealed. It's a good looking cover.
That's awesome.
Batman Uncovered number 1. Your favorite Batman covers all in one place. So this is a $5, 24-page. Jim Lee, Joel Jones, Doug Mankey, Jorge Jimenez, Greg Capullo, David Finch. Clay
I mean, it's going to be nice. There's been a lot of great Batman covers.
Yeah.
But to your point, you can't see yourself buying cover books, right?
No, that's not comics.
Yeah.
You artsy-fartsy people do your artsy-fartsy thing. Batman Off-World 6, the finale of Jason Aaron and Doug Mankey's sci-fi epic. So the last of that, 6 of 6.
Speaking of.
Does Doomsday.
That feel like that's been, has that been coming out regularly?
I don't remember it until I saw it.
It's been a long time since the last issue. Man, I had forgotten about this. I thought it was over. Huh.
It's close to over. They're tagging one more.
It is over, yeah.
Now we hit Superman number 20. We start with All In. We have Doomsday from Hell. Superman and Superwoman investigate Lois Lane's new powers as they deal with the unstoppable Doomsday.
Lois Lane has new powers?
Interesting. Wonder Woman 15, Tom King writing that. Oh, we get the Invisible Jet cover from Telesco.
That's great.
Telesky. Action Comics 1074. That's, of course, Mark Waid and Marco Tamaki.
Very nice.
Double shipped as well. I always worry about these telephone booth covers because nobody knows what a telephone booth is.
Right.
A Man of Steel milestone, 1,075 issues of Action Comics. 1075 is a milestone?
I guess if 1050 was a milestone and 1025 was a milestone, then would I guess
once you hit 1,000, we stop playing the 25 games.
I mean, at least we would
watch. This is weekly ship. This is coming out 1, 2, 3, 4 every week in November.
So we'll get to 1,100 pretty quick at that rate.
Yeah, they're gonna step it up.
And they're all $5 books, right?
Yeah, $5 a piece, 6 if you want cardstock.
So 4 of them coming out. You got $20 in action.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Thorin Grongbeck writing Catwoman with its 70th issue. Some nice looking covers there. We got some Cho covers that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nightwing 120, Dan Waters, Dexter Soy. We will give it a shot. We are optimistic. We shall see.
That's a nice cover. Nice start cover there.
Yeah. Harley Quinn 45. Like the David Nakayama cover.
A little
Poison
crowded.
Ivy 27. Yeah. Well, that's not, yeah. They're all a little crowded. Titans 17. John Layman. Birds of Prey 15. More Kelly Thompson written books. Oh, Drew, we have Batgirl #1. Cassandra Cain explodes into her very own solo series.
I
And we
do
have
not
an
remember
Art
her.
Germ foil.
I don't know her like origin or anything. Which one is Cassandra Crane?
Hold on to your seats, clutch your pearls, and rejoice in celebration because Cassandra Cain is taking center stage in her first solo Batgirl series in nearly 2 decades. When a deadly group of assassins shows up to kill Cassandra, Lady Shiva comes to the rescue, and they must put their complicated past aside and work together as mother and daughter to ensure they make it out alive. Ultimately, things are never as easy as they seem, and Cass must embark on a jaw-dropping martial arts-filled adventure in her quest for truth and justice and revenge. It's Batgirl book like you've never seen before. So join us as we dive into the psyche of one of Gotham's deadliest fighters while exploring her deep and complex relationship with her mother. So this is essentially Damian in female form?
Okay. Oh, so yeah, when that Batgirl's book, she was in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Lady Shiva being in there and being her mom. So yeah, okay. So that's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Not my favorite Batgirl though.
And she typically doesn't talk much.
Yeah, she's the quiet one, right? The mute.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you get books with no talking, which are difficult.
Yeah. All inner monologues or something.
Interesting. Batman Dark Age 6 of 6. So this is the end of our good friend Allred. Oh no.
Yeah, it's been real good. I liked it.
Green Lantern 17. Civil Core rages on.
I don't know what that's about.
Nope,
I'm sure it's great.
Green Arrow 18. Really nice Montos cover.
Flash new villain 15. Introduced.
Ooh, a new villain. A new era begins for the Emerald Archer with a brand new villain. And in Flash 15, an old enemy comes back to haunt the Flash. Like the
with a pinball cover.
Pinball machine cover. That's pretty cool.
So we got a pinball machine and a phone booth. 2 things that don't exist really anymore.
These are not Gen Z things.
No.
Batman and Robin 15. Philip Kennedy Johnson writing this one. No costumes, no gadgets. Can Batman and Robin still save the day?
Man.
Batman and Robin Year 1 by Mark Waid. Batman Superman World's Finest 33. More Mark Waid. Stop writing everything, Mark Waid.
Well, I know, right?
Batman Brave and the Bold 19 is Plastic Man to the rescue. Batman Long Halloween, Last Halloween 3. I don't remember how long this series was going to go. Of 10. 3 of 10.
Yeah.
Oh. This will be going till next Halloween. Batman 89 Echoes 6. Interesting cover. Just the medallion. Ooh, Drew, we got Black Lightning #1. Black Lightning is back, and this time it's a family affair.
They are giving it their best efforts, TC is. They are putting out some books.
Brandon Thomas writing, art by Fico Ocio. Yes, that's what I'm going with. JSA #1, written by Jeff Lemire. A new era of JSA begins right here, and we're all in. Jeff Lemire writing, Diego Oloratuji. Man, I'm horrible at names.
Well, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Look at that. Jeff Lemire wraparound variant.
Yeah, I like that
Oh
one.
my
It's the old
God,
school
that's cool.
costumes and everything.
And people love the Justice Society. So old school. I mean, this DC is just leaning into their old fans. They are giving some serious fan service with these book choices.
All stars Tom King and Ryan Sook bring a brand new Black Canary story as we get Black Canary Best of the Best, #1.
Wow.
Really cool wraparound cover on this one as well by Otto Schmidt.
Are those
Love
just
that.
all black canaries in various shapes
I
and
imagine
sizes?
those are canaries of all form.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
It's Black Canary versus Lady Shiva to determine who's the single greatest hand fighter in the universe.
Oh my goodness. And we get a question book too?
Yeah, the question all along the Watchtower,
Wow.
#1. Can you guess what's playing in my head right now, Drew?
A Hendrix song, maybe?
I like the Dave Matthews version. I know that's sacrilege.
Oh, that is so sacrilegious. But
I mean,
yeah, question's great. Is this the female question?
Hendrix covered it. I think it's a dude who watches the Watchtower in the wake of absolute power. The Justice League Ultimate has created a haven for all heroes. But can they keep it secure? Enter Renee Montoya. So we have the female question.
The female question, which she's great. So that'll be good.
All in, of course. Shazam 17. Why is Tony the Tiger there?
I don't know.
Josie Campbell, Dave McDade on that one.
2 steps forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps back for DC sometimes.
Yeah. Power Girl 15 with a really weird Power Girl cover. Multiverse Collision detected #5. We have a little bit of Bugs Bunny, Wicked Witch of the West, Batman, Superman, Joker, Scooby-Doo, Harley Quinn, all in one book. And we have another book as we continue to blow through those. DC Horror presents #2, Ghosts and Ghouls and Gore. Oh my.
And Creature Commandos. And got a Creature Commandos #2 as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
From the DC horror line. Then a kid's book for My Adventure with Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we get a Penguin special. You didn't get enough of that. We got some Bill Finger in there, so it's some old school.
I was going to say, this is some Penguin. Old school. This is some OG.
Yeah.
Because we have the Penguin in the 1941 debut in Detective Comics 58.
And then we get Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns, Jeff Parker and Lucas Kettner. I am not in the mood for Christmas books already. And what is up with the rabid reindeer on the cover?
What is up with the sex appeal Santa on the 1 in 25 cover by Kevin Wada?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
What is going on? But it's too damn early for Christmas books.
Yeah.
It's
like
August.
We have about half a dozen of these McFarlane Toys variants here. Batman Superman World's Finest has one. Batman has 2. Detective has 1. And Nightwing has 1.
They look really great, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age 6 of 6. This is the end of that. So that Elseworld title. And we also have Dark Knights of Steel 5, the penultimate of its new story arc. DC versus Vampires World War V. Got a lot of people with a lot going on there on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Milestone Universe, the Shadow Cabinet #1. The Milestone Universe together in one event series at last.
Quit trying to make Milestone happen, DC.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Plastic Man No More 3. Batman Full Moon 2. It's Batman versus a werewolf. John Constantine Hellblazer Dead in America 11.
That's the
Jenny
end. Right? That's 11.
Yeah,
11.
that's the last one. You're right. Sorry, I didn't catch that. 11 of 11. The last of the Constantine Hellblazer. That's Sandman on the cover with him. What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
I think so. Yeah.
Jenny Sparks 4. Can Jenny free Captain Adams hostages? Tom King writing that.
Yeah.
Nice House by the Sea on its 5th issue.
I was wondering how they were going to do this, and because Nice House by the Lake ended so finitely, I don't know, ended well, and I was like, well, how are they going to do this? And then they really it worked. The first issue was really good. So
good.
Dave Tinian, he knows what he's doing.
I've been trying to tell you that for years.
Yeah, you have. You were early adopter of the Tiny Onion, and I was wrong.
Make sure we're recording that. Little Batman, month 1, number 1, Morgan Evans, John Mikal, from the screenwriter of the hit Merry Little Batman animated film.
Yeah, that's a big hit that I've never heard of.
Yeah. This looks weird.
Yeah.
Batman Scooby-Doo 11, Looney Tunes 281, Mad Magazine 41, the Superman 100 project.
100 original covers to DC's Superman number 6 are on display in this great book. Okay.
Do we care?
I don't remember this.
I was like, what's significant about 6 too?
16. Oh no, 6. You're right. Yeah. So yeah. Why did we do that for Superman 6? That is weird.
Yeah, that's an odd thing. But hey, DC knows what they're doing. It's probably something we would recognize if we paid more attention.
Yeah. You're right.
Crisis on Infinite Earth, Flash stuff here. Facsimile of Batman 37.
Look at that price, Kyle.
$15.
$15
for a facsimile. Holy crap!
It's the first time it's ever been reprinted. It's its original size, so it must be like an oversized,
they're calling it
64 page giant or whatever. It's a tabloid-sized extravaganza with pinups, puzzles, activity pages, and a back cover tabletop diorama that you can cut out and display, but not at $15. Don't you dare cut that out.
You ain't cutting nothing out for that price point. You hold on to that book.
Challenge you.
Pass it down to your children.
You know, now that I've read it, I can see the appeal now. It's worth $15.
It's worth $15 for the fact for a
There's games and stuff in it. Activity pages. There's room for activities, Kyle.
There's room for all kinds of activities. Drew, talk to me about collected editions.
They exist. Everything is collected. So if you miss out on it, you can always catch it here. Nothing's jumping out at me yet. I'm still looking. No, nothing did jump out, and that's the end. So wow, yeah. But I'm telling you, pound for pound, DC brought it. DC brought it with a lot of new number ones, a lot of stuff, a lot of all-in issues, big heavy hitters, real writers and artists that we recognize and know. I'm still pretty excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not as bloated as the Marvels, but it had a lot of good stuff in it. I like it.
Yeah. Way to go, DC.
All right. So let's head over to our good friends at coverprice.com. Let's look at some more things on the secondary market. We got, of course, a little peek at some 10 earlier, but let's see what else we can find. And, of course, the number one book they're talking about is the Uncanny X-Men 1 in 50 Jim Lee Hidden Gem. Definitely sold quite a bit of copies. They've got it selling 65 copies of this really nice rogue cover. High sale of $133. Raw is going for $83. Not too bad. It's pretty cool. And of course, Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, issue 251 from 1989. This is the really cool crucifixion, I call it, cover. classic Mark Silvestri cover from the movie during the jump back and forth and through different timelines. It's an awesome homage, and people were just like, we want to own that cover. You got to have it effect. 59 copies continuing to sell. High sale of $314 for a CGC 9.8, and Raw's going for $35. That's cool, just because people saw it in the show and really want to own it. And rank 3 with Pam. Oh, go ahead.
No, I think that's cool. I really think that's cool.
Mm-hmm. At rank 3, we have Power Fantasy number 1, the Casper Wingard Chase variant. It wasn't long before word got out about this highly anticipated new series receiving a Chase variant. Chase variants typically urge collectors to chase after a rarer version of the original release. Think of it as a ratio variant without the ratio. Most are familiar with Funko, who creates a line of Spider-Man Funko Pops that all look similar. However, they quietly release a variant or Chase version that may have a different coloring, an extra accessory, pose, or something to differentiate it from the original normal version. Naturally being a rarer version, because those are the ones you hunt for or pay to secure to keep them even more collectible. In comics, it's not a regular occurrence, so when word began to spread, fans took notice and kept their eyes peeled. Some who succeeded in finding a copy were quick to list them online, causing an aftermarket surge and letting those who missed out get a shot. We saw 33 copies sell in the secondary market, with a hard sale of $30 for a near mint, and the regular ones settling to $16.
I don't know. That kind of bums me out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
We've
know
had
if I
things
would
hit
wanna
with
do
like
that.
a pink edition, and like there's an extra, yeah. So
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's been in comics forever, but I just
Mhm.
don't. I don't know. Where did this came from? The Funko world? They stole this
I mean,
idea from Funko?
I mean, that's where it's the most prevalent, is the Chase variants and things like that. I mean, I think it's been a thing for a while, but it's not something you order. It's just something that's there. I like the idea of not having them ordered.
So you can stumble across it.
Yes, and this again is something like you're going to stumble across it by going to an LCS, which is what I like. But of course,
I do like that. And you remember we had the one LCS that we went to where they didn't pay attention to
exactly
1 in 10s and 1 in 20s, and you could where that Walking Dead was a show, and they just left them in the back issue bins at regular price. Yeah. That was great. Those were good times. Dumb shop owners were the best.
I don't know that it was dumb. They just didn't care. They just had a business model that was just get the books in, put the books out.
I think you're right. They did not care.
At rank 4, we have Hulk number 1, the Ed McGuinness regular cover from 2008. We got our first hint of Red Hulk a few weeks ago when the first trailer for Captain America Brave New World finally dropped. Well, those who attended D23 got another sneak peek at Red Hulk in action. The videos quickly leaked. So now we have more scuttlebutt on Red Hulk. 37 copies, $305 for CDC 9.8. Rawls for $90. Did you see it, Drew?
What is it?
The still of the actual like full on Hulk.
Like this, I just watched the trailer, so whatever that thing was, yeah. And I will clarify, I prefer the owner that does not care and just puts the stuff out to the guys that don't price their stuff at all and check eBay when you come to the counter.
Amen.
So those guys I hate. So I like the other guys way better.
Absolutely. Avengers 25 from 1966. We don't know what capacity Robert Downey Jr. will be in Doom's role, but we recently announced he will be playing Doom. There are just too many variants and variables to choose from. But this is the book to have, apparently. Avengers 25 from 1966. The first appearance, or what we're considering the first appearance. 21 copies on the secondary market. $796 for a CGC 8.5. And very good Rawls, going for $85. Deadpool 31 from 2014. Ellie Camacho isn't a household name, but she's getting there. As the daughter of Deadpool, she has big shoes to fill. She will be getting her chance in October when she is set to become the new Deadpool in issue 7. As the product of a one-night stand, which was later abandoned by the goofball Wade Wilson, There are bound to be some major moments coming up for the character. With her new role in the Horizon, fans were quick to secure her first appearance. 17 copies on the secondary market, a high sale, $160 for a CGC 9.8 and $23 for near mint rolls. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Volume 1, number 10. Of course, Secret Wars 10, the Doom cover.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool cover. So that was pushing that one. 33 copies in the secondary market. CGC 9.8 going for $275. Rawls for 26. Iron Man 11 from 1997. I don't like this cover at all. A classic cover from Witless Portishead put this book on the map recently. Thanks to the events at Hall H, Doctor Doom, Iron Man covers have been on fire. Outside of that, this book has a ton going on with it. It's a ton of timey-wimey, wibby-wobby stuff. I don't know what that means. But it has Iron Man and Doctor Doom working together.
Reference.
Is it?
Yes. And I cannot allow you to butcher Whilce Portacio's name. I don't even know what you said, but Whilce Portacio. He was one of the early Image guys.
I think I said Portacio.
I think it was even worse than that. But I want to
Still, it's a cheap 90s book that's plentiful and scratching the itch for collectors until more things arrive. They didn't actually give us any numbers on what it's selling for, or how many moved.
You besmirched the Image
YLC Portaccio.
And you also besmirched Doctor Who fans around the world.
To be fair, not a Whovian.
In the same paragraph.
I use screwdrivers at a different capacity, and I think that is a god-awful cover. So just so we're all on the same page.
We are.
Okay. Power Fantasy number 1. Thank you, Casper Wingard. You got any notes on that name?
You did pretty good there.
Hey, thank you, variants, blah, blah, blah. 9 copies on the secondary market, higher sale of $118, settling to $86. And this beautiful Transformers 11 James Heron thank you homage we talked about earlier, 12 copies on the secondary market, $130 for near mint, settling to $93. So you're paying about $100 regardless.
Now it's some time for me to try to read.
I'm gonna be all over this. You even hiccup, I'm a pounce.
What if Iran Man? What if Iron Man Demon in an Armor number 1 from December of 2010? Okay, so this has got to be some kind of doomy RDJ casting connection, and it is 20 copies sold, and we did $204 for a near mint, which is pretty good for a near mint that's not slabbed. Yeah, pretty good. Power Fantasy 2 Lolote 1 in 100. Damn, they really went in on the Power Fantasies.
Yeah.
And I remember we looked at this. It didn't do anything for me. I didn't remember being that interested in it. So I cannot call them at all. 6 copies of the 1 in 100. There can't be too many more than those, can there? And a high sale of $150 for a near mint. 6 copies of a 1 in 100. Dang. At rank 13, we have Blood Hunt number 5, the Kale New 1 in 25. Got a little scarcity to it. Finale. And there's a Doctor Doom connection there as well. 10 copies of this moved. High sale of $46 for a near mint copy.
I just saw, you remember that infamous Iron Man from 2016?
Yes.
I was going through my comic book realm, which is where I kind of logged some of my books, and I saw I have that issue 1 in box 11.
Yeah, you liked it. You liked that series.
That cover age up to $70.
Dump it.
Yeah.
Dump it before the movie comes out and Dazzler's on
it. I hate you, but yes.
At rank 14, we have Daredevil 14 from December of 2016. And this one has the Muse in it, one we talked about earlier. They have a high sale of $59 for a CGC 9.4, which is probably pretty good investment if you think there's going to be anything to the Muse, because that's not too much to pay for a CGC locked in. I guess it is only 94. So we only had 9 copies of this sold. So maybe not. But if you are a fan, it's an easy way to lock one down. At rank 15, we have the Uncanny X-Men 266 from 1990. This is the old Gambit
29 copies sold with a high sale of 260 for a CGC 9.6 and near mints at 143. At rank 16, we have the Scotty Young 1 in 25 Ain't No Grave number 4.
Ain't No Grave.
Ain't No Grave. And there's 10 copies of this on the reselling platform with a high sale of $46 for a near mint copy. At rank 17, we have Marvel Secret Wars number 8. This is Black Suit Spidey. And 45 copies of this still moving. That's amazing. And it must be because of something. Marvel is finalizing a director for a Spider-Man 4. Film is going to include the symbiote left behind in No Way Home. So they will get the new Spider-Man to go into a black suit. And there you go. So high sale of $430 for a 9.8. Current raws around $152. I think I sold mine for $80. But that was a long time ago. Daredevil 183 from 1982. This book features an anti-drug story that was delayed by the Comics Code. It was originally supposed to be in issue 167, got bumped to 183. And it's the first battle between Daredevil and Punisher. We saw this earlier. So this is up to $183 for a CGC 9.8. Raw's going for around $20. At rank 19, we also have the Star Wars number 1. This is the standard price, but it doesn't tell us what that is.
30 cents is the standard. The standard
30
is 30
cents is the standard. Thank you. Now I can sleep at night. Still a great comic. One of my favorites. We tracked 20 copies sold, a high sale of $9.10 for a CGC 9.6, and Raw's around $200. Boy, there's a big difference between 30 cents and 35 cents, isn't there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cray.
Gambit. So when they do the facsimile for Star Wars, they should do it with 35-cent
just water down the market.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Definitely do that. Gambit number 1 from 1993 rounds out the top 20. And this sold 15 copies with a high sale of $120 for a CGC 9.6, and Raw's going for around $20 or $12. I would say pick some of those up at $12, because Channing Tatum's going to keep pushing for his series. They might get it, right?
I mean, they were just saying if they could find a story worth doing, they like the character. It's just, can you find a story for Gambit? Because, I mean, if you have a world, I mean, he was originally a villain for a very small amount of time, and that's a good story. And the way he was used in, of course, X-Men 97 was a really cool way to use him. But those are not boot things. Those are things if you have a world, and right now we don't really have an X world.
Yeah, that's true. Probably need the X world. But yeah, to him to have a hero's journey arc, man, and redeem himself or something would be pretty cool.
Exactly.
Love to see it. All right, let's head on over to the segment we've all grown to love. Sneak peek of next week.
Of course, on the 20th, we have some collected editions and trades coming out, but we don't care about that anymore. We're heading over to the DC Comics and what's coming out on Wednesday. Absolute Power Task Force 7, number 4 of 7. Batman World's Finest. 30.
Here's Crisis 5 facsimile. They squeezed that in.
Yeah.
Second issue of Dark Knight's All Winter. I still haven't read the first issue. It's still sitting there. Gotta read that. Destro. I do not remember him from G.I. Joe, but he looks familiar.
Yeah, a big weapons dealer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Guy.
Gotham City Sirens. Oof. I sampled this. I'm not finishing it. Not for me.
You popped in and you're popping out. Just
popped in, popped out.
Jenny Sparks, number 1. This is, of course, the Wild Storm beginning in DC.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
Never again will I visit Auschwitz hardcover. Oh,
Hoi.
nice.
Hola.
That's a real downer. Got some Nightwing with full beard and mustache. My goodness.
Nightwing with Tom Taylor. Is this our last Tom Taylor? Oh crap! I want that stupid card stock or that stupid action figure variant.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
that's pretty great.
And
it's not John Tyler Christopher.
No,
it's
Jason Geyer and Alex Suviak.
So somebody else can do those. They're not trademarked. Oh, that's great. I love it. That's a really awesome
Disco Nightwing too.
Man, that's perfect for you, dude. We don't think this is the last one, do we?
That or penultimate. I don't think this is the last one.
Might be penultimate, yeah. And some cheesecake.
It literally says the Heartless Saga continues in the penultimate chapter of the celebrations.
Oh, there you go. Penultimate. Red Light comes back. I forgot about that book too. I thought it was over. Yeah. It's been so long. Gosh, these delays are stupid. They're just dumb.
This is 4 of 4.
Yeah, it's finishing up.
Who's that from? What publisher?
AWA.
Oh, okay.
And
Red Coat. That one seemed like it'd been a while since that one came out.
Red Coat? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I know Red Light's been a long delay.
Holy cap! We have a compendium for Satellite Sam.
I forgot about that book. Did you ever finish that?
Yeah, I liked it. Even with the Howard Chaykin art, I liked the Howard Chaykin art and everything.
Yeah, it was good. Fraction and Chaykin together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I ever finished it.
Issues 1 through 15 for $29.99. That's a heck of a deal. Well worth it.
Yeah, and you won't have to pay
weird, but I liked it. New York, 1951, the golden age of television.
Yes. Yeah, it was good.
Something crawled
out. I was looking at that too. Like, what is that? And this is
Vault.
Interesting cover. That's a Vault cover. Vault's redone their
logo, yeah.
Tons of covers for Something Crawled Out.
Stand Still #1 from Lee Lowridge, an Image book, $4.99, a new 8-issue miniseries.
Very nice.
A enigmatic, lecherous, and clinically insane sociopath who has stolen a top secret device and can freeze time. Like you do.
Superman gets a action figure variant too, and not quite the same.
It doesn't have, ew, that's disgusting.
Check out the Beetlejuice cover by Chris Bacalo. A little shrunken head.
That's
Wonder Girl gets an action figure variant as well. I don't know her very well, so not appealing to me.
And then many Walking Dead 95s.
Lots of Beetlejuice covers.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Some good stuff there. Let's slide on over to, well, we'll take another look at Image, but I think we probably saw all the good stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. Of course, we talked about Destro, Black Cloak 7, Philadelphia has a deluxe edition, second printing of Rook Exodus for both issues 2 and 3, both going to second print. That's awesome.
Self-Help, I read that first issue. Really good. Really good. So, Image is alive and well, Kyle.
You were the one that said, I've been reading nothing but the big two.
I know.
So you can't circle back when I say those kind of things. And
yes, that's true.
How dare
that's
you?
True. I am doing like 3-to-1 ratio of big two to non-big two books. So, and it was the other way around there. So.
Oh yeah, for the longest time it was
all Image all the time. Boom, doing anything interesting?
Finishing up Prior, finishing up Blow Away.
Yeah.
Having some obnoxiously overpriced Power Rangers book, and that's it.
Yeah.
Titan gets his own tab. Has Titan always had his own tab?
Probably not. No, I don't think
Titan
they have.
Moving up in the world. Yeah, because they pulled Gun Honey up.
Yeah. Huge Detective gets a debut, which Jason just dropped an Adam Rose interview episode. Well, that's got some great covers.
Rivers of London cover is really good too. Really nice Deadpool covers with Deadpool 5. Kid Venom 1 going to a second print. with an incentive second print as well. Derek shoe cover for Phoenix 2 is really nice.
Your Thor heads. Giant size Thor. Right.
Venom War Carnage #1 as Venom War continues to be Venom War-y. And then Venom War Venom War Venomous also. My first art germ cover I'm not a giant fan of. That Wolverine Revenge #1. It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good, Kyle. It's just not a woman.
Yeah, you might be onto something.
Yeah, I think he levels up when the female form is on his covers.
Mm-hmm. Down to Dynamite, Powerpuff Girls, Darkwing Duck, Powerpuff Girls, issue 1 and 2.
Lots of
Thundercats. One's a weird thing, so yes.
So many Thundercats.
Lots of Thundercats.
Back half, we get some strange horror stuff. Archer and Armstrong's back from Valiant. I'm glad the Valiant went back to being Valiant. What were they called for a little while? Didn't they have a weird name for a while? When the Valiant
they had
books were coming?
Yep.
Glad they came back with Valiant. They must have been having some lawsuit issues or something to hammer out. But yeah, it's cool that Archer and Armstrong's back. Breasts are my favorite thing in the world. Graphic novel. Okay. All right.
I see what you did there.
I can see that.
Man Goat and the Bunny Man, Beware the Pig Man on its second issue. His Penthouse books continuing to come out. Issue 4.
Yeah, they do really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think because heavy metal's gone.
Yeah,
they're like the heavy metal replacement.
Star Wars High Republic Adventures Phase 3 #9.
Nightclub 2. Oh, Nightclub's back. That was a good series. I enjoyed that one. I'd probably read the new one. Patra #1, a Dark Horse. From the celebrated creators behind Starman, James Robinson and Scott Collins back for Patra. Nice. Starman's something that I never appreciated. It's always on somebody's short list of great comic runs. Never ever read it. So is that Something Crawled Out we were looking at?
Mm-hmm.
So many cool covers for that.
All right, Drew. It's one of the podcasts where I ask for yours. Pick of the week. What's your book to head to the LCS's dig through?
I am on the fence between two kind of homage covers. I'm looking at that Something Crawled Out cover G, the vintage premium, which has an interesting font that looks very recognizable to me from somewhere, and I just can't place it. That's intriguing. And then the Huge Detective cover D.
Mm-hmm.
It's a detective noir, and that looks very noirish and old. I think I'm gonna lean towards that one. So I'm gonna go with Huge Detective #1, the cover D from Titan Comics.
I have Standstill #1 from Image here, and then Something Crawled Out from Vault are the two I'm juggling back and forth on.
Yeah, okay. With the Venn diagram of both having that on our short list.
I think since we both were looking at it, let's go ahead and give Something Crawled Out cover A nod for this one.
Okay.
See if a Vault book can.
Well, if history shows us anything, it will not.
Yeah, this may be a fun instead of profit.
Yes, exactly, and that's okay.
All right, well, thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and myself. Thank you as we head through all the books we look into Christmas books already, man. It's getting crazy. Goodness. But we were just looking through some of our August things and all kinds of fun stuff happening in the world of comics. And we appreciate you guys tagging along with us. If you want to head on over to patreon.com, find comics for fun and profit, talk us a couple bucks our way, be part of the conversation, be part of all of our fun stuff, get our stuff early and ad free. We would very much appreciate that stuff. So for Drew and for myself, see you.
Time for a break from our show to pay the bills. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's RLCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4FAP links you could ever need. Thanks. Back to the show.